Cascade Hoops Talk, Billy D. Well, the NAIA men's basketball playoffs are underway. Buckle up. Cascade Hoops Talk starts right now. Cascade Hoops Talk, produced in the shadow of the beautiful Cascade Mountains and bringing the world NAIA basketball. One podcast at a time. Hey, how's everybody doing this morning? I hope you're having a great morning. Well, as I said, the conference playoffs kicked off last night. Anybody who's followed me for a couple of years, you know that typically what I'll do is put together a document that has all the conference playoffs on it. It's way too hard to try to update these things one podcast at a time. They just come too fast and furious. So this is a Substack article. It's a live document that I can update as frequently as needed. And it's very easy to find. Cascade Hoops Talk Substack. Just put that in your search bar. Cascade Hoops Talk Substack. And then it'll come up and say, do you want to put your email in and subscribe? You don't have to do that. I mean, unless you're just a huge Billy D fan. Anyway, just say no. And you can get this, and it's identified by the one that says live updated. And the very top here is will be updated. I do it as I find out things, but this is the automatic bids throughout the NAI. And don't hold me to this number. I believe there's 35 automatic bids, which means that there'll be 29 at-large bids. If I'm off by a number, it's just a little bit. But anyway, as we get that information, we'll fill that in. You can keep track of that. And then it goes conference by conference, just like the Daily Show does. So let's just run through it really quick and, go to it, because we're not going to do a show every day because this information is updating very, very frequently. So the Mid-South, they start their playoffs on Saturday, and they do a single site in Bowling Green, Kentucky. I think there's a high school there, Bowling Green High School they do it at. In the Crossroads, they do campus sites and the highest seed hosts. They actually do a bracket there. So, in other words, some conferences have 8 teams, and then after the first round, it's highest remaining team plays the lowest remaining team. But the Crossroads does an actual bracket here, as you see. So we have sorry about that. We have the schedule here. We'll update this with the scores. I won't be able to update the bracket. Well, I could. I mean, I'm not going to update the bracket. Let's say it that way. I'll put the scores in here, keep track, tell you when the next game is going to be and who's going to play who. The Sun Conference actually started off today. Southeastern, who's on a bit of a roll again, they defeated Weber International quite soundly, 96-52. Little bit of a surprise in Game 2 today. St. Thomas defeated Florida Memorial 76-73. So on Friday, remember this entire tournament is held at Kaiser. Kaiser won the conference, so they host the tournament. So Ave Maria will play Southeastern. Remember they just had that instant classic the other day. Now they got to play each other again, and Kaiser is going to play St. Thomas, and those games are on Friday. In the KCAC, they play at campus sites, eight teams. I got the rankings here, and then this bracket that they put out, and then here's the schedule. They play on Thursday. I'm not going to read them all to you, but you know how it works. 1 versus 8, 2 versus 7, etc. They'll kick off on Thursday. The GSAC, they kick off on the 27th. Oh, boy, I wish I had a counter. Isn't that Friday? I believe that's Friday. And Arizona Christian is going to play Benedictine Mesa and the higher seed host, so they'll be at Arizona Christian. And the Masters will be at Hope to kick off there in the GSAC. In the Sooner, they're playing at campus sites this year. You can see the quarterfinal rounds starting on the 25th, which is Wednesday. Again, 1 versus 8. Anyway, You can see them there. Just go open up this document and you can see all these various brackets, and here's the schedules. It's just much easier for me to update the results by just typing out the schedule like that. The Appalachian Conference, here is the way the teams ended up in the regular season. That's their seeding. They do a play-in, and they'll do that on Wednesday, today. This play-in game, then that sets the field of 8. This will eliminate, obviously, 2 teams. They take 10, take it, these 4, anyway, it comes down to 8. And it'll start on Wednesday, and then the quarterfinals are on Thursday, semifinals are on Friday. And they play, I'm trying to remember, I think, I didn't write it down. I think they play at campus sites. I'm going to have to double check that. Okay, in the Frontier, they play at a single site in Butte, I think on the campus of Montana Tech, but I can't tell you that for sure. I think that's the way they do it. Here's the schedule. Oh, I didn't realize the teams weren't in there yet. But there is a bracket here, and I will update these teams before Friday. And then as the games happen, I'll type the results in here. There's a bracket. I don't know why they just did the letters. I don't know. In the Red River Conference, they actually kicked off today. They're playing at a single site. They had a couple of quarterfinal games today. Number 1, LSU Shreveport defeated Texas A&M San Antonio 108-86. And Texas A&M Texarkana defeated Our Lady of the Lake. A bit of an upset. But that score was 83-75. So that they'll play, those 2 winners will play on Saturday in the semifinals, LSU Shreveport and Tamut. And then on Wednesday, today, the other 2 quarterfinal games are played. And again, this is at a single site. The American Midwest Conference, everybody in the conference makes the playoffs. They play it at a single site. They'll begin on Thursday. The Southern States, they play it at a single site there in Montgomery. They have the best bracket in the business. As I said the other day, here is a schedule. You can go through the schedule, but they kick off. They start today. The GPAC, they play at campus sites, highest seed hosts, and their quarterfinals are tonight. Always a competitive playoff atmosphere there in the GPAC. The Cascade Conference, here's their seeds, and the quarterfinals for that will be on Wednesday tonight. They'll play tonight. And it's a campus sites, highest seed hosts. In the Heart of America, they started a couple. They played all 4 quarterfinal games today. Graceland 95 defeated Peru State 68. William Penn 88 defeated Benedictine. Grandview 65 defeated Missouri Valley. And the only upset, a minor upset, number 5 Central Methodist 75 defeated number 4 Missouri Baptist. Their semifinals are the 27th. I think, yeah, that's Friday. Their semifinals are Friday, and then March 2nd is their championship. So Central Methodist will play Grandview and Central Methodist will play Graceland, and Grandview will play William Penn in their semifinal. In the WAC conference, eight teams at campus sites, highest seed hosts. They kick off tonight as well. They play all 4 quarterfinal games tonight, anywhere between 5:30 and 7 p.m. Various times because of the different locations. In the Continental Athletic Conference, they begin tomorrow night on Thursday with Georgia Gwinnett playing Alice Lloyd and Arkansas Baptist playing Carolina. And then they have another set of quarterfinal games on Friday, and then they'll play their semifinals on Saturday. In this conference, the tournament champion and the tournament runner-up get the 2 automatic bids out of the Continental. The HBCU kicked off today. They're playing at a single site. Uh, they have a very confusing bracket, but if you just follow it through, it's all correct. One thing that isn't updated yet on this one is where is it? Wilberforce beat Paul Quinn. That was quite a game. So Wilberforce was number 4 in the East, and I guess they were pretty close. Paul Quinn was number 5 in the West, but Paul Quinn was ahead pretty much the whole game. But Wilberforce made a big run and got a big steal at the very end. It was a pretty exciting game at any rate. So Fisk was a winner today over Virgin Islands, 83-72. Rust, a good win for them. They beat Houston Tillotson 67-61. Oakwood 79 beat Wiley. And as I said, Wilberforce beat Paul Quinn. In the Chicagoland, they'll kick off tonight as well with all 4 quarterfinal games. And then on Friday, they'll play their semifinal. And on Monday, they'll play their final. Okay, and then this here is the schedule for the Chicagoland. So the key is here, number 1, Cascade Hoops Talk Substack in your Google line, and you'll find it real easy. Pull up the post called, live update, it says. Live update, NAI 25-26 NAI Men's Basketball Championships. That is constantly updated, and you can keep track. That's all I got. Hey, hope everybody has a good day today. A lot of basketball tonight. Enjoy yourself. I'm going to be on the road. In fact, when you're listening to this, I'm already going to be really close to the Cascade Mountains as I go over them again today. And we'll talk to you soon. It'll probably be Friday morning. We'll update you with everything that's been going on. But in the meantime, stay up to date with the Substack. Thanks. It's Billy D.